So since I started this channel way back in February of 2019, it's always been a goal of mine to share and showcase the awesomeness that is virtual reality gaming. I've been with it since the very beginning. From a Samsung Gear VR to an Oculus Rift CV1 and Rift S to the Quest 2 and 3. It's no longer just a gimmick, even if the haters still claim that it is. And it continues to improve and evolve with every new iteration of hardware upgrades. New pass-through technology has really opened the door for bringing the game world into your home. I've been meaning to do some kind of sports gaming related content on the channel for a while now, so let me share with you some of the great VR sports games that made me go, holy shit, this is fucking real? You need to try these. Golf Plus. One of my favorite pastimes to do with my family is head on down to the golf course and snap clubs over my goddamn knee as I suck the fuck out of 18 holes of golf while watching my dad and brother line drive shots down the fairway. I am truly the worst golfer on the planet Earth, and that's a generous statement. I suck.
How did we go?
But that does not stop me from loving the game and playing and watching it whenever I can. And now I can play it whenever I want. This brings me to our first title, Golf Plus. Now, I am not kidding you when I make this statement. This game feels as close to playing the real thing as digitally possible, with real-world courses that are virtually as close to the sport as it gets. From the moment you put on the headset and get on the course, you can feel the realism of the surrounding environment. Even though the graphics are very PS2 looking, you still get the sensation of being out there on the course. There are a lot of golf games that simulate the courses and physics very well, from the EA Sports game to the mobile game WGT Golf. But doing it in VR is something special, and a 2D video will never do it justice. You must experience it to understand it. We all love the feeling of grabbing a driver and blasting off that perfect line drive shot down the fairway. And in Golf Plus, you get that same exhilaration. But there's a little secret about playing this game most people won't even realize or know about. VR games are more than just what you can see. Many of them are enhanced by devices and other apparatuses that help to immerse you fully into the experience. From adding a full-fledged racing wheel setup to games like Project Cars VR and gun attachments for games like Onward, or flight simulator sticks for games like MS Flight Simulator and Project Wingman. In Golf Plus, add a golf club attachment to your controller, and now you have a real golf club in your hand. Now you are truly connected to the game. It blows my mind just how accurate the game's physics are. I mean, it perfectly translates my total suckage from the real world right into the game world. I shank shots left and right just like I would normally do. The only thing that never happens is my patented dribble the ball right into the rough shot. A realism oversight, I guess. But for the most part, Golf Plus is pretty accurate. It does a great job of simulating arc trajectories and distances based on the clubs that you're using and how hard you swing it. There's plenty of different game modes to help you practice, from hitting targets to different shot attempts such as chipping and putting. You can also customize your bag and get all kinds of different golf club accessories and all kinds of different modifications. Multiplayer is probably pretty fun too, but I never get good enough to the point where I feel like I could actually compete against anyone, so I haven't really tried it. And the couple times that I did, I couldn't get any games to work. There are leaderboard scores to shoot for that will keep you trying to improve. If you love golf, I promise you that this game, along with the golf club attachment, that alone is worth getting a headset for. I have hit so many amazing shots that really capture the excitement you get being out there for real. It does take a little while to get the feel for how to swing a virtual club and make contact with the ball, but once you get it down, the addiction kicks in and the rest is history. And there's even an in-game YouTube video player so you can jam out while you shake your shots into the opposing fairway. There are many golf games out there, but very few bring it as close to the real thing as this. If you want the most realistic experience that translates to actual golf, this is my recommendation to you. Although nobody ever listens to me anyway, so I guess don't listen to me. and miss out on another DDG gem. NFL Pro Era 2. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be a quarterback in a professional football game? Never even had the chance to do it in high school or college because you were a scrawny piece of shit like I was? Well, NFL Pro Era 2 takes you about as close as it can get to real life. As you would imagine, it has all 32 licensed NFL teams, so you can play as your favorite shit-ass Dallas Cowboys or Eagles team.
Your team just sucks. Yes, your team completely sucks. I can't even bring myself to say their name because it leaves a taste in my mouth like I've just licked my own crotch.
And that chance is football related.
With somewhat updated rosters, so you can throw a ball right over Justin Jefferson's head. I say somewhat because although the game is supposed to update its rosters, some users have reported that their rosters are simply not updating, or players are sometimes in the wrong positions. That would be funny to see Saquon Barkley as the water boy on the sidelines.
What did you say? You think that's supposed to hurt my feelings?
NFL Pro Era 1 was a good starting point for Status Pro Inc. to get the ball rolling and build a foundation from which to improve. But it had its limitations and frustrations, which I can attest to having played it. Pro Era 2 has enhanced passing mechanics over the original, including an immersive throw option that gives players greater control over the ball's trajectory and placement. Improved AI, where opposing defenses and receivers are more aware and react more intelligently to your throws. It also has multiplayer for head-to-head matches that let you compete against other VR quarterbacks, whereas the OG version only has these 2-minute drills, which is totally lame. With improved graphics and presentation, with a more immersive locker room experience, and improved graphics is a big time stretch if you're playing native games on the Quest 2. The visuals are akin to playing a PS1 game in virtual reality. It's really that bad. I can't say how much better it is for PC VR, although I'm sure it is improved. How much though, I cannot say. Suffice to say, the visuals are quite horrendous on standalone, but if you can forgive the extremely basic appearance, then you can really enjoy yourself. NFL Pro Era 2 lets you feel the stress and pressure of quarterbacking a team and having mere seconds to decide whether or not you should pass the ball or run it yourself. And you can also hand the ball off to your running back and let him get 3 or so yards if he's lucky. VR football games, they still have a way to go in letting you truly feel like you're on the field. But for now, NFL Pro Era 2 does a good enough job. It's not perfect, but if you love football, it's an excellent addition to those shit-ass Madden games we've been getting and lets you actually feel like you're playing the real thing. Miracle Pool. Remember that pass-through technology that I had mentioned at the start of the video? Our last sports game really utilizes that feature well. Look, I don't even know if we can call pool an actual sport. It's kind of like bowling where it's like right on the cusp, I guess, of being a sport, but I don't know if it really actually is. I mean, they say it is. They say they are, but is it really a sport? Look, this is fucking pool we're talking about. I'm not exactly going to do an in-depth analysis on it. All I can say is, wow. Miracle Pool is one of the first of the new wave of VR games that allow you to bring gaming right into your living room. I was actually stunned and blown away the first time that I tried this. Like, seriously, this game legit puts a virtual pool table in your living room, if you have enough space for it, that is. You can use a full-size or smaller pool table, but ultimately, you need a good amount of free area space to be able to walk around it and for it to feel genuine. You can walk right through it, of course, but for some reason that just really breaks the immersion for me. Look, I don't even know if we can call pool a true sport. Like bowling, it kind of falls into the category of sport, but not really? I don't know. It's a fine line, I guess. And although I have been playing pool my whole life, like off and on, I'm not exactly some kind of phenom or anything like that, but Miracle Pool is a pretty unique experience, and it's about as close to the real thing as you could ever possibly get without having an actual pool table in your home. Miracle Pool is real pool. Your shots feel authentic and the physics spot on accurate. The ball responds exactly as you feel it should when you hit it, and it follows the same rules of general relativity Einstein would expect it to. Look, this is fucking pool we're talking about here, okay? I'm not gonna give you an in-depth analysis on this shit. You have the multiplayer option there so you can play against real opponents and talk shit to one another as you knock back balls and scratch on the 8. It is a truly remarkable showing of how AR pass-through technology is going to revolutionize gaming. This is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to be absolutely wowed by something new in VR gaming, give Miracle Pool a download and see the table come to life in your living room. Now you don't have to spend $2,000 and dedicate a whole room to the real thing. All you gotta do is throw on your headset and it's right there in your living room. And you'll be able to see your couch and coffee table so you don't bash your shit on anything. Get a fucking VR headset, you clown. What are you waiting for? This shit is awesome. And guys, if you liked the video, do me a favor, pretty please, and just like the video and subscribe. It really helps to drive a good video up YouTube's bitch ass. DDG Outski.